Yeah, there's so many things to be excited about. First of all, I just want to thank our fans for coming out today. What an incredible crowd, and they were so helpful for us, and they've been so good to us all year as more and more people come. It's always a blessing at the end to watch all the young kids come out and how these young ladies get to spend time with them, because they're just tremendous role models. And that leads me to the senior class, who just an incredible group of women. We're so blessed to have them in our program. They're such a great example, the way they come in and work every day, humility, the values of this program they live every day, and we couldn't be more proud of them. I'm so grateful for you guys.
Thanks for
and obviously proud of our team. I thought we really locked in and defended when we needed to, an area we continue to grow in as a team, and just fought and understood, next play mentality, and I thought we did a good job of that today.
Do you think that win secured you guys a spot in the NCAA tournament?
I would hope so. I mean, I think we've played against the nation's best and competed, and we've won some, and we've been close with some, and so I'm really proud of this team, and I know that we can compete against anyone.
And did you guys have those conversations beforehand? Because it felt like that was the type of game that if you win that one, that one would get you to the dance.
What I would say is this is a really a goal-oriented team. They have goals, and they fought really hard for them. They've been very focused. While we love, to have those goals, we understand the process is really important, and we didn't overlook a single team each day coming in with that mindset of learning and preparing, and we didn't look ahead. And I think that's a growth even from last season. I think we really just try to focus in on the first game we needed to play, and then from there on.
Then maybe from the players, it felt like the game turned in that second quarter. There, you guys were down 19-12. Yeah, here it is. You guys were down 19-12 after the first quarter, and then 21-11 in that second. Just what happened in that second quarter there?
I think it just was our defense. I think it led to our offense, and we're good at it. I think we pride ourselves on our defense, especially our half court, and we're a really good team in transition, so we know no one wants to guard that. So, I think I was proud of us for just staying gritty and not hanging our heads after the first quarter. So, yeah, I think that's kind of what led to our little run there.
Then, just for you, if that was your last game here, just what does 13, 7, 2, 4, and 4 say? I mean, that's a heck of a way to say goodbye.
Thanks, Percy. Honestly, I kind of was just focused on my team tonight, not really about my stats, and I think I'm just trying to, again, be a servant leader for my team, and whatever that was, playing post D, getting some assists, and I'm just happy I'm surrounded by a lot of shooters, including these two. So it opens up the floor inside for me, so, I'm just grateful for this group and just everything that we've been accomplishing so far this year, but, we're not done, so I'm excited for what's to come.
For Coach, I just want to hear about what defensive stat you started out with in the first quarter and how that changed, if you made some adjustments defensively.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the first quarter we just started a little bit less aggressive than we wanted to. I wanted to put good ball pressure on, but keep our gap, make sure we didn't foul. We did a nice job of not fouling. I was really proud of that. It's something we worked hard on to begin the game. And, and then, but I didn't think we were as aggressive. We wanted to be maybe too focused on that. So got a little bit more aggressive and changed a little bit of ball screen defense.
Yeah, and then when Brianna checked in for Dalayah in the third, what did she bring in those minutes? Because I was really impressed by that.
Yeah, I was impressed too. No, she's always does exactly what she needs to do. So she knows the scout. She can guard. She has great length. I remember watching her film. I told her that. I was like, you can block guard shots. She just uses her length, and she's more athletic than I think she knew she was. Just great mobility and IQ for the game.
Talk a little about the energy of the game. Obviously, the crowd was really into it today. I guess either for Tayra or Brenna, this is your first game against Oregon at home. How did it feel in terms of the difference between this game and maybe some other games you've had at home this season? I know there were some things at the beginning of the game. Tip-off was late, a lot of energy, and some stuff at the end, too.
I think it had a lot less to do with us playing Oregon and more to do with us playing for each other, because it was senior night, and I think the energy was just that we were bringing energy and we were going to play our best game for us and not worry about the people on the other side.
Yeah.
For Dalayah, defensively, it seemed you were everywhere there, especially at the start of the third quarter. I think you had a block and then 2 turnovers in consecutive possessions to kind of frustrate them. I think at one point they were 2 for 9 the third quarter. What was working so well for you and for the whole team defensively there?
Yeah, I think our biggest thing is just to never leave each other on islands. I know we practice a lot being in gaps for each other. It's never one person guarding the other. It's our whole team guarding that person. So, yeah, just whatever. I've been working a lot on my post defense too. So I'm proud of myself and like our bigs for coming in and, you know, translating practice to the game. So again, super proud of our team.
And for Coach, kind of the end of the game there, both sides offensively were struggling. I think you were 1 for 9, Oregon was 1 for 8. Kind of a couple of moments there where they can hit a shot, tie the game, and it just doesn't happen. Also, I kind of want to mention some free throws. Didn't shoot a lot of those today, but in the last moments you hit those, which was kind of the difference in this one. What do you take from kind of your late game execution there?
I think two teams are just being gritty at the end of the game defending. You know, we know defense wins games, and so you know, we really wanted to be great defensively. We knew that they were going to press us. We experienced it there. We knew they were going to trap us. I thought we handled that so much better at most of the time, and so had a lot of growth there. But just two teams really just locking in, trying to win a game with their defense.
Mm-hmm. For Coach or any of the players, it seems like in the last 4 or 5 games of the season, almost like those home run plays that you've been kind of wanting in the past couple games have been hitting. Like Chloe hits that 3-and-1 to kind of push the lead. You hit the free throws at the end of the game. I think it was Ladine in Nebraska hit a couple shots there at the end to close out that game. What has changed in the last few games where you've needed those baskets or you've needed those stops and you've gotten them?
I think I remember back when we were at Nebraska and we talked about it as a team, all of the teams that we've been right there with, and we just listed them on the board. Mm-hmm. And we talked about, well, what if they were all wins? Would we see ourselves differently? And would people see us differently? Because we're still that same team. We're still that good, you know. And I think we needed to hear that, you know, because sometimes that outcome is deciding, you know, how we feel about ourselves. And I think we remember that who we are. And we started to play with a little bit more confidence. And is that fair?
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
You guys can talk more about anything you think that might have helped. Tayra, you haven't got to talk. No, I'm just kidding.
Coach, this is 4 wins to close out the regular season. I know throughout the course of this year, whether it's here or weekly press conferences, we've talked about growth points. You've talked about this team's effort to get better in the gym, you know, and their willingness to learn. Is this just sort of a culmination of all the hard work and all of the growth that you've seen from them throughout the course of the year? Because it certainly seems like throughout these 4 games, you've really clicked in a lot of different areas.
We're so blessed to coach the best young women. I mean, I really said everybody who meets them is always like, what an incredible group. It is really different and very special group of young women. And they make you so proud because it's honestly an honor to be in the way they receive, the way they want to learn, their humility. And so it didn't matter if it was, you know, early in the year when we lost to LSU or now. This is the same team in that aspect. That never changed. We didn't waver in who we were, and that's just such a special thing to say about a team, which is why I think you could see everything turn, and you could see us learn how to win the game at the end. And I was just really proud of that growth because, again, that's just the basketball side. It was the character side that has just continued to build and build into the basketball court.
And for you, Coach, and then I'd love to hear from either Tayra or Brenna. I know Percy asked about Dalayah and her being a senior here, but obviously Seattle, the whole homecoming thing. Can you speak about, obviously, Dalayah's impact on the court, but the person that Dalayah is and her impact on this university?
Yeah. You want to start? Or you want me to start? You got it. Okay. I'll begin. So I remember recruiting Dalayah 3 years ago. We talked about it the other day. We met at a Starbucks and talked for hours. And it was awesome. And, you know, she was from the city. We were a newer staff trying to, you know, just establish a culture and build a program. And I was so excited for her desire to do that with us in her hometown. Her pride for this city is beautiful. And her toughness and her work ethic go with her character. You know, you can be tough and strong and you can still be kind. And she's those things. And so what an incredible person to join us and help us really lay that foundation. It's changed the program that she chose to come here. So we're so grateful.
Well, and then Dalayah, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but
Yeah.
what does Washington mean to you? Obviously, coming here, you pour your heart out every night. You do things off the court like designing a shirt that's part of this program. What does being a Husky mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I take a lot of pride, obviously, like where I'm from, as everyone else should. I think what makes this place so special is just like the people. It's not even just like the place; it's just the people that are here. Coach Tina mentioned it. Like they took me in with open arms. I know it's hard, like recruiting out of the portal sometimes because you never know what you're going to be getting. And I'm just glad that they took a chance on me. I know I talked to Percy a little bit. I feel like coming back home saved me, and it saved just who I was as a person and just like my overall career. Again, so I'm grateful for Coach Tina and her staff for just taking me in and welcoming me back home. So, yeah.
All right, I don't know, Dalayah, if this next question will have the same weight. But in the last about half dozen games, you've scored double-digit points every night. You've been rebounding and assisting pretty solidly. How do you keep that momentum going into the Big Ten tournament and hopefully the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I think just not doing anything different, learning from the previous game. Obviously, tonight wasn't a game of limited errors. Like we've had a lot of errors today, but I think we want to basically grow from our previous game, and I think that's just kind of been my mindset. Just staying gritty, seeking rebounds. I feel like that's been a goal of mine this year. It's just to stay on the boards, stay on the glass, and I feel like with the help of like our team, I don't have to rebound as much just because we're really good shooters, so it's also helpful. But yeah, I think that's just kind of been my mindset. Not looking too far ahead, but just kind of putting one foot in front of the other, stay in the moment.
Hey there, Coach. I don't know if we'll get you before you guys take off, but just obviously this game just ended, but just a quick preview on what you may see next week. I think you're the 12th seed, maybe play the 13th seed. Right. Well, I'm sure you know. Just your thoughts on maybe going to a tournament that's really new, and Indianapolis.
Yes. First, can I say one thing before you go to that? Because you talked about really new. I want to thank Tayra and Brenna for coming in. They have 1 year left, and it's hard to choose to go somewhere for a year, especially so far from home, both of you so far, across the world, across the United States. And so just the sacrifice that takes to come to a program when you don't know what your role will be or what the program will be, the humility, the kindness, the work, the way you loved your teammates, the way that you love all of us and love this university, the way you work. It means a lot to us, and we're really grateful. So I want to say that. And it's hard to do things that are new, but man, what a gift to do things that are new. You get to learn and grow so much. So the Big Ten tournament is very new. It's new to us. Every team has been new except for 3. And it's been fun. It's been fun to learn about them and ourselves and to learn from our competition. And so we're excited to go to a new tournament and a new location. And we do play a team that we've actually played for once, so that's great. This was the first time all year. So, that'll be fun, but excited for the opportunity.
What's the difference now as you try to turn that page from the regular season now to the postseason? Obviously, the game on Wednesday probably isn't a one-and-done type of a situation, but it is the postseason.
It's a postseason, and it's a great opportunity to learn what that feels like, to play quick, to prepare quick. We've been fortunate that we've been doing that since the last week or so. I think the last 3 teams we played all came off a bye, and we were playing again and again and again, and I didn't think that was all bad. I thought, well, we're going to continue in this rhythm, and so we were able to have that. We found a rhythm. And so the postseason conference tournament, gives an opportunity to find your rhythm. And so what's it feel like to turn around and play a game without really getting to practice? And so opportunity for growth.
And just in terms of logistics, do you leave immediately? Do you leave, like how do you do this?
I'll leave tonight. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we're going to let them have an ice bath. And sorry. And yeah, we're going to leave tomorrow.
And do you pack for a long trip or?
I sure do. Yes, sir.
Those are the last questions.
No, sir.
Percy?
Kind of in that similar vein, just with how you guys have played as of late, it's the whole team effort, obviously. Brenna, I think, had back-to-back blocks at one point in that game. That was massive. Devin Coppinger's getting rebounds in tight situations. Just with the way that this team is playing, again, anybody's name's called, they're making impact plays. They might not show up big on that, but it's like everyone's contributing here. How happy are you with that, and how maybe confident is this group going into now that Big Ten tournament?
I wish you could say that again, all again, because it's beautiful to listen to, because it's true. Every young woman whose name's called, it doesn't matter the minutes, it doesn't matter what their role is, they step up and do their role, and that's the mark of a great team. And so really excited. We did need to grow in some areas depth-wise, and you've seen everyone working so hard for that. And you can continue to see us all get better for it. But it doesn't matter if it's someone who has a lot of minutes or someone who has less minutes. We all have areas we've got to grow in and be better for us to continue to become the team that we want to be, that we think we're capable of being.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.